All right, welcome back, everybody, to the next session of Reditus as I get yelled at for not doing a recap for the guys. So I'll do it for everybody else, and they can listen in. Episode 94. Jak confronted the cloaked Saytr, yes, Saytr, who had taken Trey's bag, politely demanding its return. She refused and tried to slip away, but Jak in Talamor's favor stopped her. Though she seemed ready to fight, Jak warned that the others were coming, causing her to hesitate. When the ATLADS arrived, Elion recognized her silhouette. It was Chantra. Seeing Elion in the group, she returned Trey's bag and explained that she had come searching for Elion after hearing he had returned to Grimlore. While looking for him, she discovered the drow following the ATLADS. Elion showed little interest in reconnecting, but Mastos realized who she was and revealed who he had once been. After some convincing, Chantra believed him. Though she wanted nothing to do with her old lives, she explained that she had arrived in this realm at the Giant's table, where the Giants performed an arcane ritual that bound part of the tree to her body, allowing her to move freely, unlike the others. She had spent the last 100 years working under the Centaurium banner and helping build trade between the Centaurium and the Giants. Chantra wanted Mastos not to trust new people too quickly, especially Trey, and urged him to let go of the past and live for today. Feeling Elion's reluctance to have her around, she left. During the conversation, Darius tried to reach out to Demantrum to prove their identity, but for the first time, he felt no presence answer him. Saddened by the encounter, Mastos continued north with the group. They discovered a secret entrance in the northern cliff face and reached the living quarters of the Crimson Arc recruitment team. There, the Dragonborn, Durgan, give them a map and strict instructions. Follow the tunnels, follow the map, do not leave the path. The ATLADS spent hours navigating the tunnels, avoiding obstacles and ignoring suspicious cries for help and a tempting treasure chest. Eventually, they reached their objective, a portal ring powered by the coin given to Darius. When he placed the coin in the strange blue cube at the portal, roared to life. The group rushed through before the magic faded. Be right back to see where they arrive.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. Heartless, forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jak the hunter's silent keen, a shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. ATLADS rise, the night is long, through fate and fire, stand and strong. Kings awaken, shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty
fall. Welcome back. Okay, catch you guys up at the end of the set of tunnels. Darius, you had placed the coin within this blue kind of floating cube that was sitting above a pedestal. The coin kind of dissipating into that and activating the portal. Knowing as you see this coin disappear, a time limit on this portal of activation, everybody rushes through, leaving the tunnels behind. Lights and colors just flying past, very reminiscent of when you all exited the forest within Senecalum and brought outside by Aristos. And as the lights start to fade and the noise starts to settle, Darius, you arrive first and kind of blink your eyes for a few seconds as you hear everybody appear behind you. You'll find yourselves in this large square room. Stone fills the walls. On the ground, you see in the center of the room, a large sketched out ring on the ground. Darius, Elion, you would recognize this to be a teleportation ring that is engraved in the center of this room. You see crates stacked up, you see barrels, and you see a man standing with a staff in his hand. You see it's bun on the top of his head, kind of hair dangling down a little bit. A mature, older human, muscular. It looks like he's wearing not leathers, but almost like a robe that's been cut off at the shoulders. Muscular arms, kind of leather straps across the front as he kind of holds this long staff, staring out at the wall as you all arrive, and the magic behind you can hear start to fade away. He looks forward and he nods. Welcome, new recruits. Are you all individuals, or are you coming as a group?
Well, we're working as a group, obviously. Not that it was any of your concern. What the hell happened to honor among thieves?
What do you mean?
You gave us a bunk map. Compass is all wrong on it. If he hadn't figured it out, we would have been dead.
Well, very impressive you were able to make your way past a faulty map. Did you rescue any of the children along the way?
No, we were told to follow the map explicitly and not veer off the path.
Did you bring any of the treasure hidden there for Gorbash?
No. We were told to follow the map explicitly and not veer off the path.
I see. Very well. Well, follow me. I will take you to Gorbash. And he puts a staff, slides it into the back, kind of holster, and turns and starts walking out of the room towards the exit to the east. Does everybody follow? Okay.
Yep.
You see Mastos behind, kind of like his nose up in the air, and then a shrug, and follows.
So nothing different there.
So as he leads out of this room, you can see that this room is, you would almost put this to be some sort of storage room. You see so many barrels and crates all kind of lined up to the side. And if you turn around over the shoulder to see where you came from, and you see a mimicking type of stone circular portal with no magical energy resonating within it at the moment, but also beside it a pedestal with a blue cube kind of floating, kind of rotating just above the pedestal there. Nobody else within this room. He starts to lead you down a hallway. Again, kind of this finished, squared off stone lines the walls, and the ceiling the same thing. Goes about 10, 20 feet down, lanterns lit along the side, well lit. About 50 feet down, you see a turn to the right, branching off from this, and he just continues forwards. You guys continue to follow?
Yep.
Okay. As you
Can I see down this turn?
Roll a perception.
Hooray. 16 on the die plus 6, so 22.
Nice. So as you kind of look down, you can see another lidded hallway. It doesn't go straight, however, there is a bit of a turn, so you can kind of see where that turns off. But as you kind of try to peek around, you can hear a lot of kind of talking and mumbling quite loudly coming from that direction. But you can't get an eyeball on anything, just another corridor.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Sounds like a lot of people, though. So he continues to walk down, and as he does so, about another 40, 50 feet down this corridor, you all start to see a large shape at the end of the hallway, walking forwards, almost kind of blocking out some of the lanterns that are placed on each side of the wall. And you hear this kind of slow thud, this boom, boom, boom. The gentleman in front of you seems unfazed, still walking forwards.
Yeah, I'll just continue following him.
Okay. Everybody else still walking forwards?
Unfortunately.
As you guys keep continuing walking, and this thing gets a little bit closer, you can see, standing about 8 feet high, almost filling the width of the corridor, Jak, Darius would know. Elion, you did not see. So yeah, Jak, Darius, you would compare this to almost like the war machine that stood behind Moria, that stood behind Radagon in Grimlore against the wall. However, this version of this thing, it looks like it's just patched together. The ones that you had seen were sheet metal, all matching, beautifully intricate. This one has pieces of different colors of metal all patched together. You see pieces of chains kind of pulled around. You see these kind of rotating blades kind of sticking out from different pieces of it as it
like a scrapped. They picked different parts from different ones and put it together.
That's what it looks like, yeah. As it kind of walks forwards, boom, boom. As it gets about 20 feet of the gentleman that's kind of walking forwards, it stops and pivots to the side, arms dangling down as he just keeps walking past.
As Darius / Digby walks by, he's gonna like kind of give it one of these, and that's pretty cool.
It has its uses, most certainly. Continues to walk forwards.
We'll keep following.
Once everybody clears about 10 feet away from this thing, you hear the and slowly starts walking towards the room that you guys came from. But 20 feet beyond it, you see to your left, you walk past a set of doors. Double doors, wooden. Looks like it has basic iron locks and handles on it. Currently closed. But another 20 feet to your right, you see a set of heavy metal doors. These you see large boxes look like they cover something in the center of this door. It goes from floor to ceiling. It looks extremely heavy duty. Continue to walk forwards past that.
Yep.
But another 40 feet.
I will continue to follow no matter what.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll just fill you guys in on kind of what you see on the way. So corridor unchanged. Still about 20 feet. It's about 20 feet high in here. About 20 feet wide. Still walking down. And as you get a little bit closer, you can kind of see more light coming in from the end of this thing. And you start to hear some noise and laughter coming from it. And as he brings you right to the end of this and starts to open out, the corridor comes to an end. And you guys hear laughter. You hear like a little bit of singing. And the floor, as you look coming out of this corridor, you can see that this floor is a flattened black stone. Almost in a small kind of square-shaped room. But you see an opening that leads out, and from where you are, you can see this expands out into a large room. The gentleman that escorts you in kind of walks up to the exit of this smaller square room, stands at the doorway, and gestures for you all to go through this entrance into the larger room beyond.
Is there some kind of etiquette? Like, do we bow or not look at him or something?
Just have to show respect, that is all.
Very well.
He's no king. Don't need to bow.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Sure. Walk in.
Okay. Yeah, if all you guys are heading in, he waits until the last one of you, and then you see him start to head back out. As you enter this room, you guys see a bunch of... You assume this is what you would call a throne room. At the very north end of this room, you see a large... Looks like two thrones almost put together. With a large... Looks like an orc sitting upon it. Green skin, short black hair. The rest of the room, you see benches scattered almost to the outsides with people drinking, laying on them. Some playing cards. You heard laughter coming from around the corner as well. You see these, everything is well lit, and these purple kind of standing lights within the middle of the room. They kind of line what was probably at one point a beautiful red carpet that lined from the center of the room right up to where the throne is, now all tattered and ragged. And Jak and Darius, you recognize a figure standing behind to the right of this orc gentleman. You have fought this person before. You see this blue skin. You see this red hair, this red mustache. You recognize this to be Dalen, that you had fought with the bandits before. Seems to be standing behind Gorbash.
Are we still Gorbash. Telepathically linked?
Yes, you still have about an hour left on it.
Okay. I will think to the group. Be careful. He's likely going to recognize me. And I'm not sure how that's going to go. but I have a couple ideas on how to navigate it, so just don't get trigger happy, Jak.
I won't.
And I will
Ooh,
continue.
new
approaching.
friends. You hear Mastos.
Are you going to maintain your alias of Digby?
Well, that depends if he recognizes me or not.
Fair enough. We'll follow your lead.
All right. You guys enter the room. You see some of the people nearby kind of like look over, but don't pay a lot of mind, kind of go back to what they're doing. You see a mixture of races as well. You see human, elf, you see some goblins, some half-orc, a very well mixed bag of races with this entire room. Yeah, so to your left as you enter, you can see the throne. You can see there's an exit to the east of the room, or there's a kind of a turn to the left around the corner to an additional room. Where did you guys want to go?
I guess we were told to go see Gorbash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we're gonna head first. If he tells us we can go explore after, we can.
Okay. If you guys want a visual, I can pull you guys in.
Sure.
If not,
Hooray.
we'll throw it on the stream.
I didn't join on the last one because I wanted to actually try and follow a map.
Yeah.
So I didn't want like a visual. I wanted to try and then it
Figure
ended
it
up
out.
being backwards anyways.
yeah, I know. So yeah, I made sure anything that I built over the weekend, I was like, okay, so what's gonna be north? Okay, we got it.
I'm in if you want to pull me in.
All right, so yeah, as you guys kind of enter from the smaller room, you can see to the left, the orc kind of just sitting on the throne, just kind of watching out, not really doing anything, as Dalen stands behind him.
All right. Well, shall we approach?
Yeah.
Elion,
Yeah.
can you subtly activate detect magic?
I don't know how subtle it'll be, but I can try.
Well, if you can attempt that, it would be good to know if anything is going to try and kill us. I say this as I'm approaching the...
I will, as he says that, I'll kind of turn away from the group a little bit and kind of take a couple steps back to where we came from as I cast detect magic. Suddenly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me.
If he is going to do that, as I approach, just to kind of distract, hopefully help him, give him advantage, I will throw my arms out and be like, gentlemen, it's been an arduous journey, but we've been told to come and see you.
Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God, because that was a 3.
If,
And that's not much better.
If
Um,
oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say Jak is basically gonna like check his bearings. Like he's gonna put his hand up behind his back. He's gonna grip the Nulja pistol. He's gonna like slide the cylinder on it and kind of feel if each hole is filled with a bullet. And then he's gonna kind of rake his hands over his arrows and make sure they're speedy enough and fast enough for him to grab.
Okay.
Just as he kind of like is walking up.
Okay.
Do I still have that bardic inspiration?
When was that given?
Well, it was last session at some point, but
I think it was before we went in the tunnels, though, no?
I don't remember.
You can just use my inspiration point. I'll just give it to you.
That's not really how that works.
Well, no, I already gave you advantage, so I can't do anything anyways. I was going to say I can give you
How long does bardic inspiration last for?
10 minutes.
6 days.
Yeah. Okay, it's probably long gone. All right, well that's a 7 then.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of do the incantation, and the group down to the south of the room, very close to you. You see them kind of like make this strange face, and kind of elbow each other and point over and kind of chuckle. But they do not get up.
Would I pick up on that?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and like lean into it. Hey, newbie, I told you, practice magic on the field.
Oh, but you. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, and as you walk up, you can see Dalen kind of lean over and whisper something to Gorbash. And you can see now Gorbash kind of like turn his head a little bit and watch you guys approaching the southern part of the room. Elion, you execute your spell, and within 30 feet, you're able to detect magic. As you enter in, go ahead and everybody roll a perception for me.
Okay. 13.
26.
21.
Damn. Okay, and sorry, Elion, you were 13?
No, 19.
Oh, I was 13.
19, Darius. Okay, so everybody but Darius. As you move in, you see that these four kind of lights in the center, they emanate this kind of purple glow, very separate from the rest of the lighting in the room. But everybody else except for Darius, as you kind of try to take everything in, you notice in the ceiling above, and in this room is about 50 feet high, you notice a huge stone, almost like frozen eye. It sits in the center of the room, just pivoted it down, almost like it's stuck in the ceiling, completely made of stone. And as you guys get... Go ahead.
So Jak will kind of tap his leg and thank Tareen, like, get up against me.
Oh, sorry. I should say, Reen did not enter the portal.
Oh.
Yeah, she purposely stayed back. So she is not currently with you. If you wish to summon her, you can, but sorry, I should have told you that. She did not go through the portal.
Can he thank... He's going to thank to her to see if she can respond. Like, I guess I'll just think, are you good?
I'm in the best place for me for now. Dangerous for me to be there.
Understood.
As you walk forward, you all notice as well that not only is there people having fun on these benches and laughing, playing around, some clothes kind of like pulled off a little bit. You see what looks like manacles coming out of some of the parts of the walls on the outsides. You see a body laying on the ground in the northeast. You see one on the northwest.
Sorry, I just want to clarify.
Hmm?
When you say coming out of the wall, do you mean like it's just attached to the wall, or like they're starting to like come out of the wall?
Sorry, the manacles? Oh no, they're stationary in the wall.
Okay.
Yes. They're not currently moving towards you. Yeah, and as you get a little bit closer, you see another one of these makeshift war machines on the other side of Gorbash, opposite the Dalen. And behind, as you get a little closer, you can see lots of gold, weapons, piles of loot, you assume, all piled up behind him. You'll get a little bit closer. He remains seated. Looks down at you all.
And I will like bow my head. I'm not gonna do like a full like howdy, sir.
You present this group to you're the leader?
More or less. They were mercenaries that I hired, and we all kind of got in this together, so sure.
Mercenaries. They don't wish to give their life for the Ark.
Well, yes. So it's a little complicated. I was told to come and go to, what was the bar's name again? Hold on, let me pull my notes up, unless you want to fill me in, DM.
Originally the Drunken Deer.
Yes, I was told to go to the Drunken Deer, which turns out is not the Drunken Deer anymore. It's, what was it now? Woolies?
Woolies.
It's now Woolies, and I went in there and I asked for the Dark and Bark Ale in a frosted red mug. They sent me to some other guy to read a book, which sent me to some ruins. But before going to the ruins, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, so I thought I'd hire a group to come and, help me in case things got crazy. And then your guys came out, and we all did the test, so we're kind of all here for you now.
As you're finishing your sentence, see Dalen kind of lean in and whisper to Gorbash as he kind of like turns his head towards him. nods his head. How many of these mercenaries are magic users?
Myself included.
Yes.
Three of us. And I look at the other. I look at Trey and Jak. Think to them. Do you have magic?
I can use magic.
Yeah, would you consider yourself a magic user, though?
I use
I've
magic.
got
so-
magic.
Yeah, you were one of the three.
Oh.
I can do a bit of magic, but I don't think that you would count me amongst
Yeah,
any grand sorcery.
I'll keep it as I did. The three of us.
He looks back towards Dale and back to you guys. Very well, you may rest until your assignments. It will be a day or two. We have an important recruitment situation going on tomorrow, so things will be on hold. See yourselves to the canteen.
Interesting. What's going on tomorrow? Anything we can help with?
Your help may be required, but we will request it when the time is here.
Very well. So we just go chill, hang out?
The night is late. You have journeyed far. Rest would probably be welcome.
Very well. Thank you. Appreciate your hospitality. I will reach into my bag and take out 10 platinum. I don't know where I'm supposed to put, a gesture of faith or whatever.
You can put it right here. And he kind of nods his head over to the big pile of treasure just off to the side of his throne.
He'll walk up and flick it with his thumb into the pile.
Ding, 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 ding.
He's just gonna go and walk away.
He kind of relaxes back down and eases his shoulders down and looks out. This hulking, as you get closer, you can't really tell if this is a full orc or a half orc. He has almost the size of a small giant, but muscular battle scars all over him. This short kind of black hair, and just this aura of presence of power as he just sits and seems unbothered by anything that's happening.
Might detect magic pick up anything of interest?
So your detect magic, as you're walking through the room, you get small pings off some of the individuals that are having frivolity on the outside. Having used this spell quite a few times, you can almost tell when things are of a standard magic nature that you would expect. Maybe a weapon that has a little bit of enhancement, or a piece of armor that has a little bit, something like that. You sense stuff like that around some of these individuals on the outside. As you get a little closer, however, from Dalen, is almost like a blinding light. His entire body is encompassed with magical energies. And Gorbash, you don't get any magical. Sorry, I'm lying. You get magical energies off his wrists. And also the war machine, you get a small magical energy from the center, emanating from the center of it.
So Dalen, can I tell what kind of school of magic it is?
The color that's emanating from it, you can't pinpoint one type of magic. It seems like all of the types of magics.
Well, that's great. Thank you.
I wish we had a rogue in our team.
Yeah, you're not getting it
What?
from a piece of him. It's his entire body is generating this.
I will say in my mind, this Dalen fellow is glowing brighter with magic than I've ever seen before.
He's the one that we're here for. He's the one Magnus wants us here for.
Are we killing him? Or are we just spying on him?
It's reconnaissance only. He specifically said, I mean, he said we could try, but he doesn't think we would succeed.
The amount of magic, all types of magic, all converging through him. He is magic encompassed.
Could be a simulacrum. Wouldn't be the first time.
Have I ever
Oh,
witnessed anything like this before?
Roll a history.
And would Jak be able to tell after fighting a simulacrum if he thinks this is a simulacrum?
They're indistinguishable.
12.
Oh,
12. You have not seen anything like this before. You have heard when Darius mentions. Well, you guys actually didn't know what a simulacrum is.
Okay, then I just say clone.
Yeah, clone. Yeah.
Yeah. Above table, I still don't know what a simulacrum is.
Excellent. Even better. So
It's
yeah,
a
when
clone,
he says
basically.
Darius says clone, and you understand that there are magics that can create clones. You don't know what type of magic it would emanate when those clones are created, but you know that it is a possibility through magic.
Didn't someone tell us, though, that it was a simulacrum when we told the story to people? Because we said we defeated him, but he turned into water. Or they defeated him, whoever killed him. I don't remember now. It was so long ago.
it was probably Jak.
No, I think it was Atlas's group, Atlas's dad's group that killed him.
No, you guys killed him. They
We did
came
beat
up
him?
afterwards when they tried to run away.
I thought someone told us it was a simulacrum, but it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah, you guys. The bottom line is you guys know that there's potential. He did have a copy somehow of himself before.
yeah.
Oh, and sorry. Also, Elion, right above you, the huge stone eye there's some type of magic emanating from that as well.
Okay, what can I gather what kind of magic that is?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Just in case, I thought you said it was 30 feet of vision, and you said it was 50 feet up.
What's their group's name? Like,
Crimson Arc.
thank you.
So it would be transmutation.
Okay.
Nice.
That's the eye above me,
Correct.
don't I? Is it like a big glow, or is it faint?
It encompasses. It kind of is like almost like a film that encompasses the exposed part of the eye that you can see. Roll an investigation for me.
Investigation. 18.
18. Awesome. Looking at it a little bit closer and kind of having this magical energy almost kind of light it in your mind's eye as you look at it. Mind's eye. You can ascertain that this is almost exactly like the eye that was in the entities you fought in the graveyard, but about 5 times the size.
Okay. Okay.
Fire beholder? What the hell?
Has anyone noticed above us?
Darius looks up. Well, he doesn't. So what he does is he kind of just like he's taking in the room, and then he like suddenly looks up, and he's actually gonna say out loud, "What the hell is that?"
There's some transmutation magic emanating from it. I don't think it's truly stone. Or whatever it is.
Realizing he said it out loud, he's gonna look up at Gorbash or down at Gorbash. Is it like an all-seeing eye or something?
No need to concern yourself with things like that just yet. What was your name again, new recruit?
Digby. Digby Loudness.
Digby. Digby Loudness.
I'd like to read his mind.
Thank you.
Yeah, surface thoughts. You pick up. Wait. You have to get you within 30 feet. So you want to kind of move up a little bit closer?
Sure. I'll just kind of come up and kind of bow as I kind of walk up, like acknowledge, and just kind of acknowledge.
Kind of walk up nervously and kind of bow. Yeah. He just stares at you and kind of turns his head a little bit, expecting everybody to follow the leader of the group out. As you show your respects, you pick up curiosity and a calmness. Not much in there. You don't get an overwhelming feeling of anything other than calm and curiosity.
Okay. As I kind of nod, and then I will like take a platinum coin out, and I will gently set it into the pile. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to also see if I can detect thoughts on the other guy. I forget his name already.
Dalen.
Thank you, Dalen.
Yeah, you go and you place your platinum in, kind of give a glance over. You can see that Dalen just staring directly at you. He feels like burning red hair. He is a blue tiefling now that you're closer now. Tail dangling down. You see the kind of like these hooves kind of sticking out underneath his blue robes. He just has like kind of this smile poking out underneath this mustache. He just smiles at you as you kind of try to probe in. And you get this sense of joy and excitement and anticipation, like he's right on the verge, waiting for something to happen.
I will smile back, and I'll go, "Hi, happy to serve," and I will scutter back over to where I came from.
Okay. Gorbash kind of nods his head towards you.
Jack's just gonna turn around and walk away.
Okay.
Sorry. So Gorbash did have any magic or no magic?
On his wrists, you've seen magic emanating from his wrists.
Okay. So as I'm going by, I want to kind of probe deeper on his wrists to see what kind of magic it is, and what maybe I could see what the items are emanating from. And you're saying like I'm getting no surface thoughts at all?
You're getting just relaxed and calm. You're not getting anything that is outside the norm. He looks like he is in a state of calmness.
Right. And okay, so do I find that odd? Have I ever, well, I guess I'm kind of new to the mind reading thing, but does it come off as drone like?
Roll an insight.
17, hold on, +2, so 19.
19? Yeah. As you try to piece it all together, what you're getting through the spell, what you're getting through the body language, his movements, his mannerisms, and it does seem odd. You're not detecting any magical influence or anything, but for somebody to be just this consistent level of calm with zero fluctuation just seems very odd.
Okay. Did I pick up on what school magic is coming from his wrists?
Yes, it's abjuration.
Abjuration. Remind me what that is. I'm sure I know.
No, if you're gonna make me look up what it means, you have
I'll
to
look
look
it
up
up.
what that is.
Okay.
I will say this. Because Elion is intelligent. You recognize the structure of this magic from his wrists, from a magic item that you guys had found previously. The Jak had sold.
Right. Oh wait, the what? Who sold?
Bracers that he's wearing. You guys
Yeah.
had found the exact same magical signature, so you'd understand these are bracers of defense.
Bracers of defense.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that just, what does that do?
That gives you identified it for everybody, so
Yeah.
that you understand that gives somebody who's not wearing armor extra defense.
Okay. All right. So nothing peculiar about that.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing
Okay.
affecting his mind or anything.
Okay. And
Unless it's cursed, you can't detect cursed items. So
right. Okay. And the other guy, I'm getting every sort of magic emanating from him. Oh, I want to. All right, I think I want to dive deeper into Gorbash.
okay. What's the 13
You maybe wanna
DC, right?
Communicate that to the group.
Let me just quickly grab his character sheet. I wasn't expecting to need it so soon. So it's a DC 13. Is it charisma or wisdom?
Let me find out. What's your lowest? Check thoughts, right? 13 wisdom.
Wisdom, okay. Oh my. So, yeah, you push through this calmness. And as you do, you see Gorbash wince a little as you dig deeper. And underneath, you feel a buried anger, buried frustration. You almost feel like it's chains holding down this anger. You hear whispers. It's kind of floating throughout. You hear comforting words. It's okay. We can do this. They could help us. We've got this, Gorbash. Whispering, encouraging words, reinforcing, instilling this comfort, instilling this confidence, and this clarity, and this calmness. Words and whispers just constantly flowing around. Now under this calmness, you see it is not really calmness. It's a floating of layered words from someone that keeps everything down. As he turns, you see him start to look towards you.
Have we heard Dalen speak yet?
He's not said anything.
Do I know his name? We know his name, like, specifically?
I think Darius has communicated that, yeah, because you know about the trio, so.
Right. I'm gonna ignore Gorbash's gaze, and I'm gonna speak to Dalen. And before looking at his robes, do I see anything, any sort of artifacts or anything of like unique nature that would have maybe some history to it?
1 second, sorry. No. Okay. You don't see anything that individually stands out to you.
Okay, no markings on his horn or like.
Oh,
no-
sorry. In that regards,
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
12.
12. Okay. As you look over, you see that he is extremely well kept. You don't see any outstanding sort of symbols or anything like that, but you can see the robes that he wears, the gloves that he has on his hands. His horns are polished. Hair combed and brushed, held in a specific way. Mustache kind of pulled out to the sides, pointed at the end. Beard crafted. He looks impeccable, but you don't see any type of symbols or anything, or any markings that would stand out. He looks extremely polished and clean.
Okay, I'm just gonna shift over to him and just say, "Excuse me, your name is Dalen?"
And he turns kind of a tilt to his head. Have we met before?
No, in my travels, I'm learning how to use the weave, and I tend to constantly try to detect magic around me to learn more and to understand different schools. It's part of my training. Sir, you are glowing so brightly in a multitude of different schools. I've never seen that before. I would love to ask you some questions about it. If that's too much or inappropriate, I'm very sorry.
Well, some would say that using such spells and looking into people's beings and items would be a little bit intrusive, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm actually quite new to this. If it is, I quickly dispel it.
Okay.
I do apologize. It's strictly for learning, and we are allies, I believe, right? I apologize if I've offended. You look so powerful.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm simply counsel for Gorbash.
Okay. Again, I'm very new to all of this, so I might not be interpreting what I'm seeing properly. So I do apologize. It was never meant to be intrusive. There's many spells that I use for learning that I tend to use in passing, and not to offend, but just for practice and to better myself, to serve the groups and allies I tend to.
And
I'll look at Gorbash when I say that last part.
Okay. Dale puts his hand on Gorbash's shoulder and kind of looks up and says, "May I?" Gorbash kind of like nods his head, and Dalen starts to walk forwards towards you.
Okay. So during this interaction, do I recognize the voice from the whispers?
Yes, it is absolutely the same voice.
Okay. I'm gonna say in my head, I'm not sure what's happening here, but there is some sort of control emanating from our friend Dalen here over Gorbash. I don't want to get into details, but we need to be careful here.
And he walks towards you.
I knew we had to be careful anyways.
I will bow my head and grip my book closely to my chest.
So you're the magic user of this merry bunch, then?
Not entirely. I'm more of a journalist, keeper of story and thought, but I have been learning to help with some magical abilities that I'm
Okay, Bubby, that's enough.
developing.
Well, that is great
Mostly-
news. We are in need of magic users like yourself, and I feel that you'll be most useful to the Crimson Ark. And he kind of turns and nods towards Gorbash. Gorbash kind of smiles.
Yes, to be quite honest, I've not been very useful to many for so long, so I try to develop abilities as fast and appropriate as I can to be more than a pen and scribe. And I think with this group here that I've lent my time to, I think I could be useful in that regard. Are you looking for a student? I'm quite a learner.
Oh, my magic is quite simple. Nothing very advanced about me.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps
I
you could
understand.
teach me some things.
Oh, I mean, I'd happy to share what I know if that would help. But I only really know a kind of investigative type magic right now. Things that
Oh,
can help us
I
piece
don't think
puzzles
you
together.
should sell yourself short. Learning wanting to develop and learn it's not found very often. Perhaps we should spend some time together and share thoughts and perhaps grow and probe each other's minds into what may be missing that could fill the gaps in our abilities.
Oh, I that is also magic that I'm trying to learn, but I'm not very good at it yet. I still need more practice. Trying to be aware of my surroundings, the people around me. But I'm here to serve with Digby. So I'd be happy when our journey is done to maybe come back and work with you.
Very well. So you will come when Lord Gorbash calls you.
When my time that I've allotted for Digby is done, I have fulfilled my duties through him. I will be available for other contracts or partnerships.
And he smiles at you and reaches out, put both his hands on each of your shoulders and kind of gives you a smile with a head tilt. Very good. Welcome to the Crimson Ark. What was your name?
Elion Thorn.
Elion Thorn. Welcome. He kind of releases your shoulder and takes 2 steps back.
Thank you. Dalen, right? Was it?
Indeed.
And Gorbash, do you have a title I should address you with? Sir or Lord or Captain?
Names mean nothing to me. Gorbash suits just fine.
Right. Gorbash, thank you for hospitality. I have definitely taken too much of your ear and Dalen's ear here, so I will retreat to my duties. And I kind of bow and kind of dip the fuck out.
Okay. Yeah, you start to back up a little bit and bow and turn around. Everybody kind of standing back and waiting behind. Anybody wanted to do anything during that conversation?
I think Jack would have started looking for a place to not just sit down, but I guess find a place to rest.
like in the same, like you're within this room, kind of up against the pillar or one of the benches or whatever?
Wherever he thinks he can find a bed. So if he doesn't see it in here, he would start roaming.
Oh, okay. Well, you do know Gorbash did say go to the canteen. So that's where you know you were told to go. If you wish to go lay down on one of these benches, though, you could maybe find one that's not occupied by people.
Does he gather that this place is the canteen or another places?
Looking around, you just see people kind of having a good time. This doesn't look like a canteen. It looks like the throne room where he has maybe some people that just kind of want to have fun around.
Okay, then he would continue looking for this said canteen.
Okay, well,
Or
there's
for
an
him a
exit.
place with a bed.
Okay, there's an exit to the east of the room that you've not been yet, or there's the exit to the west that you guys entered from.
He'll head the direction he has not been.
Okay. Jack starts heading eastward towards the exit to the room. What's everybody else doing?
I'm getting out.
Are you following
Yeah.
Jack, or are you going back the way you came?
Well, I'd be following Digby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow Jack.
Okay. Trey?
Jack, if you're headed to the canteen, I think I'll go with you. You think you got drinks in there?
Drinks, bed, maybe something to eat.
Sure. Maybe they got someone in here who can whip up some good grub.
Maybe less people close by.
Well, eastward we go.
All right, as you guys continue walking towards the exit to the east, you see another of these makeshift war machines standing beside the exit. It's one not moving stationary, just like the one that was behind Gorbash. But you see this exit, no door on this, an arch kind of that leads into a short corridor. As you guys are walking towards, you can see that this definitely opens out into something on the other side, only about 10, 15 feet in distance in this small corridor. So Jack, you head down first. Everybody
Yep.
behind. Yeah, Mastos will kind of stay center pack. You guys move in. So Jack, you take it in first. As you walk out, you see that this opens out into a massive space. The roof continuing out here again about 50 feet high, but you'll actually see a huge hole in the ground. As you kind of like look a little bit closer, you see stairs go down, and you see that there's sand down below, and you immediately recognize this as some sort of fighting pit. And on the other side, you can see there's a level that sits above that looks like there's possibly a bar. Kind of on one side, you see tables all scattered. You don't see a lot of people in here, however. Remembering what time of the night it is. It's about midnight right now. You don't see a lot of people, but you recognize this to be a huge fighting pit.
Jack looks down in it, kind of eyes the rest of the group. I think we should come back to this place, if time allows. But I think we went the wrong direction.
Well, it does look like you might be able to get drinks just over there. Maybe that's what they meant by the canteen.
I'm unsure. Is there anyone nearby that Jack sees that is not with our group?
Yeah, I see a couple of people sitting around, kind of just sitting on the steps, drinking.
Jack will head towards them.
Yeah, they just got a mug of ale each. They're kind of like leaning back on these steps, just joking and laughing with each other.
Pardon. New recruits just finished the maze and the killing of giant eyes. Where's the canteen?
This is what they make the new recruits do these days. Nothing like that back in our day, eh, Bob? Oh, you're right, Bill. Ah, suckers. Oh, yeah, canteen. That's back that way, mate. Got to go through the throne room, the other side, way down. If you came from the portal room, first on your right, head on down. Get Pillow to pick up yourself up real nice. He knows what he's doing. Great fella.
Excellent. All right. Crimson. And Jak does like a random hand signal.
Can turn his head a little bit. You can see his
And
eyes
he's-
a little bit glazed over. He's like, had a few drinks.
And then Jak will start walking back the way they came.
As you're walking away, you kind of hear him turn. He's like, hey, younger ones always have these sayings and stuff. I don't know. It's Crimson. Is that what we're doing now? We got to do this hand thing? Nobody told me.
Does Jak hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we all hear it?
Yeah, he's not being very, like, not trying to keep it quiet or anything.
So Diggy's gonna be like, "Oh man, I can't wait to get some good grub." And then he does the same hand signal and goes crimson.
Yeah. They just told us we had to start doing this.
Maybe we do this then, Bill. I don't know, Bob. I don't know. Looks a bit weird.
You want to tell Gorbash that?
We both kind of look at each other. Crimson!
Jak at the front of the line, thanks to everybody. Trendsetter.
You guys heading back?
I guess.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, you guys head back into the throne room. Everything looks as you left it. People still having a laugh, joking around, having some drinks. Gorbash still kind of overseeing everything. You guys just heading to the other side where you came from?
I'm following wherever Jack's going.
Okay.
Yeah, Jak's listening to the instruction that was given him.
Okay. As you come out of this exit, you can get a better look now on your right-hand side past the war machine to see the body that is laying on the floor. You can see that it is chained by manacles stretching out, the body unmoving, but manacles stretching out of the wall. But yeah, you continue to the other side, exit the east past the kind of black and flattened out stone back into the corridor from where you were led in. As you continue down the hallway, so as you continue down, you remember there was steel doors, heavy-duty steel doors on the left. There was double wooden doors to your right, and then further down, there was the tunnel that you heard voices coming from, Jak. And there's the portal room. So how far down would you like to go down this tunnel?
Not to the portal room. I think he said first on your right, I think is what they said after the portal room.
You
If
could
I
be
recall
right.
so if he's walking back and it's on his left, then he would, if it's the one he heard all the talking in, I guess that'd be the first one.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So you lead the group down. Everybody following, and I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. So just to catch you up, Tim, you guys arrived in a portal room. You were led into the throne room where you met Gorbash, and also Dalen was there. You were told that things are kind of on hold for a day or two before you get your assignments because there's a big kind of recruit coming tomorrow that they have to kind of prepare for. And you were told to go and get some rest because it's about midnight, and told to go to the canteen. So the guys are currently trying to find the canteen.
And we learned a new hand signal.
What did it look like
Is it-
again?
is it this?
So I know. What was
That's
it
not
again?
what we can do on stream.
Oh, okay, fair. So we're just gonna say it's that then.
Whoa, chill. That's not that.
So yeah, you go back to the tunnel where you heard the voices. That's what you're aiming for?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, so you find the tunnel, you start heading down. You can hear voices coming from the other side, torches lining the walls, and as you get to the end of this, kind of like a sharp right turn, and it opens out into this massive room. You immediately get, especially Mastos, this whiff of food. You can't put your finger on it. It's like stew or something, some type of combination of meats, vegetables, potatoes, just kind of wafting through the air. And you guys all take in this giant room. Down the left-hand side, you see scattered cots, beds, bedrolls, tables. Majority of these cots and bedrolls filled with people sleeping right now. You see it on the right-hand side at the end of this room. You see it looks like a large kitchen area, these exposed fires. And you see tables, seating everywhere, almost like little picnic benches that are kind of scattered. And you see some people eating, drinking, kind of laughing. This is obviously the main hub of where these people stay. Glancing around the room, you guess there's like maybe 40 to 50 people in this giant room. What do you guys do?
They set a name of someone like maybe getting us set up, if Jak recalls. So he's gonna look to see if there's anybody like moving with purpose, maybe dealing with other people, like someone who looks like they're doing like work.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Excellent. I rolled a 16 and a 15 today. What's next? A 13. So that'll put me at a 19.
19?
Mhm.
Awesome. Yeah, so you scan around and there doesn't seem to be a lot of structure here. There doesn't seem to be anybody in charge necessarily. The only people that you really see that seem to have any sort of designation, if you will, is you see this large, you would almost say human, but he's almost the size of a giant, like a Goliath, we'll say. But looks human, but that size. Standing at a huge cauldron pot down near the southern end of the room, who's kind of stirring just slowly, looking over, and you can see him pointing. And you see a couple of humans that are kind of running around like he's kind of directing the kitchen almost. But those are the only people that seem to have any type of structure, if you will.
Jak will head there.
All right. Jay just had to step off for a second, so he's just messaging me what he's going to do. Okay. Yeah, so you head down. Anybody else want to do anything while Jak's heading down to the human/Goliath?
I would probably just want to get to like a, I don't know, a quiet area, but just like I can step away for a moment to myself. That's what I would probably want to do, but only when I feel like I have time to do so.
Okay. Roll perception for me.
13 plus 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, as you kind of scan the area, you can see that although a lot of the cots and bedrolls are kind of filled, there's a lot that are not as well. This place is clearly set up to house like 100 people, and it's about half capacity right now. So even in the sort of the picnic tables, we'll say, where people are eat, that there's so many of them, you could very easily find yourself a spot.
Okay, so yeah, I would probably do that.
Okay. Do you want to go towards the cots or towards kind of the food
cots.
benches?
Probably the cots.
Okay. Yeah, you head over there and kind of find where the cots are, and it's a good 10, 15 feet away from where anybody else is. You kind of pick the ones where people are already sleeping to make sure you're not watched per se.
Yeah. Let me know when I'm alone.
Yep. Anybody else? Trey, Mastos?
Mastos is already over at the stew.
Okay. Yeah. Beelining.
Yeah.
Okay, and Trey?
I think Trey's gonna go with Elion to find a good spot to sit down.
Okay. Yeah, so Elion, you kind of find a spot, and as you kind of like sit down for your alone time, you turn and you see Trey is kind of standing beside you. Sits down beside you.
Great. I just kind of look at him like, huh? Hi, Trey.
I know you might be trying to find a good spot to be alone for a bit, but I don't expect it's a great idea for any of us to be off all on our own, if you know what I mean. I'll sit close by. Don't want to bother you. Just don't want you to be all alone is all.
Right. Okay. I'll just kind of sit there awkwardly and look around.
Okay.
I'm almost gonna say in my head, are you there? But like in my own head.
Why, yes, of course, always.
All right. What are your thoughts on that interaction? Were you able to sense what I sensed?
I could see what you could see. I think that Gorbash might be worth 2 souls.
Oh, what does that mean? I got the sense that he was being controlled by Dalen. Did you sense that too?
I did, but not by magic. He's just an idiot.
Right. Okay. Do you think we're in danger? I don't believe. I don't know. I just don't get a good feeling.
I don't like being trapped in a viper's nest. And that's what this feels like.
Right. And we just walked ourselves into it.
How do we get out?
We could run. Oh no, that Dalen seems very fixated on us. Could he sense you, maybe? Are you detectable like that?
Only if you are.
No. What does that mean? You're not me. How?
We are one, brother.
So you're saying there's no way for anyone to detect that there are 2 of us in here?
No, because there's only one. We are but 2 halves. One whole.
Right. That's still confusing, but we'll go with that for now. Right, well, if you feel there's anything I should know that could help our situation, I'm all ears, I could say.
With your permission, I will do so.
And also, Darius did ask for an image of the attacker. Can you do that? If I put pen to paper, can you draw what we've seen?
If you wish to release control of us to me, I believe that I could do many things. Like draw that.
I don't like the way you said that. You were able to draw in my book when I was sleeping, no? Is maybe that an opportunity? I just don't... I'm not comfortable releasing control of myself willingly.
Easier done when eyes are not watching us.
Right. Yes, Trey here seems to be... Although it's helping, it's quite annoying that I cannot find peace to be with my own thoughts. It's funny how I long for companionship and partners, but when I have them, sometimes I miss crawling in a tunnel and being with my book.
I don't know what it's like to be alone. You've
Right,
always
yes,
been
I-
there.
Forgot who I was speaking to, and I guess even in those tunnels, I was never alone. The sudden realization that I've never been alone makes me long for that solitude even more. Right. Let's move on. And I will say to Trey, "Are you hungry? I probably should eat."
I'm famished.
Oh,
It's been all that time.
And I'll stand up immediately and walk over and find us food.
So at this point, sorry, did you say you were back, Jay, or no?
I am not at my computer, but I have a mobile headset, so
Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to check. So you had sending?
yeah, I should.
Let me
I think
check
I have like one spell slot left.
Okay, let me check for you. Spells. Oh yeah, you got 2 level 3 spell slots left. Okay, so yeah, you want to bring. So what exactly do you want to say to him?
Infiltrated Ark. Dalen here. Maybe not him. Seems suspicious here. What am I at, 10?
Yeah.
Special recruit happening tomorrow. We may be it. Please advise.
Okay. Few seconds go by. Your response. Dalen can use simulacrum. Be very cautious. It may not be him. You see, Radagon said that Paragon is going underground. Perhaps him.
Do you say perhaps him?
Yep.
Oh.
A few seconds goes by. You receive another message. Get whatever information you can and get out. I fear that it's getting too dangerous if Paragon is going there.
Understood. Abandoned project? Don't reply if yes.
And
Yeah,
there's
if I
no
don't hear
reply.
anything back. Yeah, if I don't hear anything back, then I will think to the group. Magnus has kind of given us the GTFO. He stated that this, what was his name? Dalen may be Paradon, but it might just be a theory. Paradon's apparently gone underground. They don't know where he is. We might be in severe danger.
Does that mean we should leave now? Or should we rest up? Because after fighting everything last night, or a few bits ago, I think we could all use a rest.
I definitely need to rest. He said get whatever information you can and get out.
Are you sure we could survive the night resting? I think we're best left leaving here.
I agree. Perhaps we find out when Daling got here. If he had gotten here anytime between now and when we lost Paradon, there's a good chance that that's him.
If it is Paradon,
If it's in the morning, that means we have time to rest. I think we rest, and maybe Trey. You don't need to rest as long as this, right?
You're right, Jak. I can. It is resting, but like you said, it's more of a trance, and I can rest my body, but I don't really need to sleep, so I can somewhat keep watch. I won't be able to see everything, not like with my eyes open, but I'll be able to see a few things, or at least I'll be cognizant.
Well, why don't we rest while you remain on watch? Do we need another coin to get through the teleportation circle? Or is this going to be a run through it and we're back, and then if we just abandon what we were sent here to do and joining a recruitment, there's a Dragonborn and some other people that are on the other side of that teleporter that might have things to say.
The coin they gave me disappeared once we teleported, so I'm not sure how we could get out. We could ask to return to the surface, but we also have to be careful how we try to leave. We cannot draw suspicion to ourselves.
we did have other matters to attend to we could have done.
In here?
Not here.
Oh, you mean as our reason to leave?
Yes.
Might be a little suspicious, though, since I said, hey, we can help you tomorrow.
While you guys
Fair.
are having this conversation, Jak, you would definitely have reached the human Goliath that is currently stirring the huge pot of food. He doesn't seem to notice you. He seems to be very focused in his stirring.
As Jak approaches, he'll kind of like lean into closer to their line of sight and then kind of wave. Hello?
As he hears this, he kind of like looks over. You see this kind of like frown in his brow as he's kind of like staring into the food. And the mustache kind of looping around in the beard. It kind of goes up the sideburns into the head. This brown hair coming right across. Big bushy brown eyebrows. Sleeves all kind of rolled up to his elbows, and the muscles in his forearms just pulsing as he's turning this around. He looks up at you, almost like a look of anger on his face. And it kind of melts. Hello, mates. Can we get you some grub?
Yes, it smells good. I'm looking for grub and a place to sleep. Do we check in with somebody, or is it just first come, first serve?
Oh, not that fancy. Grab yourself a bow, grab yourself a cot. Got it all here for ya. Points out, you see this big stack of wooden bowls just to the side on the table.
Excellent. And yeah, Jak will grab a bowl, utensils, and go over. Present.
Perfect. Yeah, he kind of like stops stirring. He reaches over to this giant ladle and just scoops it in. He holds the bowl and you see him pour it, and it kind of like drips all down the side, clearly burning the outside of his fingers. Doesn't seem to care whatsoever. There you go, mate. You won't taste better. They don't give me much to work with, but I do what I can. Enjoy.
And Jak will take the bowl, and he'll take a sniff of it, and then he'll kind of smile. It smells great. I can't wait to eat it.
Oh, kind of steps back a little bit and gets a little bit flushed in the cheeks.
And then Jak starts to walk away, and he thanks everybody. All right, everyone compliment him and tell him this is good, because if things go south, maybe he'll defend us. And he's gonna just walk to the nearest empty bunk and sit down and just start eating.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right directly east from here, you can see the kind of the sporadic people, but you can definitely find an area there where there's a couple of cots and a table to sit and eat the food.
Excellent.
At this point, so Mastos was also going immediately over. So you kind of would have arrived roughly the same time, we'll say, because Jak entered first. So we'll say you did this first, Jak. So Mastos, you kind of hear Jak having this conversation with this man. The whiff and smell you get now that you're closer, you can smell fresh vegetables, freshly cooked meat, potatoes. You can smell whatever's coming from this is all fresh product.
Can I have some? And I'm just like wonder-eyed in the smell. I'm like, oh, please say yes.
Oh, you're leading. Take two. Grab two bows. Need to beef you up, mate.
My eyes just widen with like sparkly, watery.
like the anime.
Yeah. Really? And I take 2 bowls and I walk away.
Yeah.
Thank you!
Absolutely. Scoops it right in, splashing everywhere, hands it to you, and actually for yours, he looks at you and he pours out a little bit of the liquid and like scoops out some more like the protein and like puts it in there and hands it back to you. Enjoy, mate.
Thank you. I will.
You bet you will. I'll make the best stew around here.
There's more stews to try.
Well, no, that's why I'm the best.
Right. Great. And I go to turn distances. Go sit. And eat.
Okay. As you start wandering off, Elion and Trey, were you following Elion when he said he's going to go get some food? Or were you staying CD?
I think Trey was going to hold down the fort while Elion went to get the food.
Okay.
I expect that Elion probably excused himself rather quickly, so Trey probably sat there to give him the space that he was looking for.
Okay, perfect. As you watch Elion walk off, can you roll perception for me, please?
I get kidnapped right away.
Immediately.
23.
Our feet.
Foot hits the ground, yeah. 23?
Yep.
Phenomenal. So as you're kind of watching Elion, giving a little bit of space, and you take in the room, you see a couple of tables down from you, south down from where you are. You see a person sitting at the table. It's kind of got a couple little metal scraps kind of laid out. And you can see that not only is he watching Elion walk away, but as you continue to watch him, you can see that his look kind of slowly changes and moves between all of the ATLADS as you guys are kind of moving around the room. And as he kind of looks over and he notices you looking down at him, he kind of just head down and goes back to kind of tinkering with these little pieces of metal and bolts on the table. This human gentleman looks like he has, like goggles kind of strapped to the top of the head, short black hair, kind of leather down the arm. Kind of looks a little bit ragged. You see he's wearing this kind of, it would almost be like a pouch, but you can see all kind of tools dangling down from it.
Okay. Is this person near enough that it wouldn't be awkward to engage with them, or would I have to like walk halfway across the room to go see this guy?
He's about 20 feet away. It's a couple of tables away from where you are. Nobody in between you and him, however.
Is he... it sounds to me like he's probably not got very many people with him. Is he all alone over there?
Yeah, so he's sitting by himself. You can see about 15, 20 feet. Some of the cots that are against the wall, there are people sleeping there. But Elion picked a nice spot where there wasn't a lot of people awake. So he is pretty isolated.
Okay. I think... With Elion walking to get the food, he's going to have to come back approximately here. And 20 feet's really not that far. So I think Trey's going to probably get up and go at least greet the guy.
Okay.
You know, it's like you seem like you got maybe a bit of tinkering going on. What you got going on there?
He doesn't raise his head and he just says, "We've all got something going on, don't we? What you got going on?"
Well, you see, guys I got in here with, we just got here real late. Don't really know how things work around here. We was told to come to the canteen, that's about it. I see you're still up. Other boys are grabbing some grub. Thought maybe I'd talk to somebody who knows what's going on around here.
Well, yeah, you can have a seat if you want. Kind of nods his head to the other side of the bench.
Yeah, I'll go sit with him. Aren't many people up this time of night. So about you, you're gonna be heading to bed when everybody else gets up.
Well, when my work's done, a little bit of tinkering to do before head hits the pillar. I like to get my stuff finished. Not like these new people. What's your work ethic like? You get the job done, or do you scamper off when it gets tough?
I like to make sure the work gets done. And if I can, I like to make sure nobody sees me get it done. That's why I respect you doing it here at night. A bit elusive. Everybody knows your work gets done, but they don't see what it takes. So they assume either A, you're resourceful, or B, you're magical. You can do what they can't.
Chuckles a little bit at that statement. Oh, magic can be a little bit overrated sometimes, I find. Technology are, I think, where it's at.
They got you tinkering here often.
Well, some of it's of my own passion, of course, but whatever is good for the Crimson Ark, I'll put my hand to.
Sure, everybody's got to pull their weight. Seems like something big's coming up tomorrow. You been tinkering anything to solve some of those problems we might run into?
Just more magic users, from what I hear. Pretty powerful one, apparently. We've been losing some to special missions the last couple of weeks. Numbers are waning. Don't know what's going on. You may watch yourself.
I appreciate it. You know, as far as I can tell, power and complacency tends to go hand in hand. When you got good magic, you don't need to be somebody who does things for themselves. Not the hard way. Not the way it's meant to be. Not gonna say those guys went and got themselves offed. But I will say, tend to get lazy when you got powers like that. You say they're dwindling. Losing the big magic users. What do you know about that?
Roll persuasion.
That's gonna be a 10.
10? Okay. Oh. Don't want to give everything on the first date, do ya? He gets a little smirk.
Ha, well, fair enough. New guys don't get all the most important bits. But it does look like we all get us had the same bit of stew. And he'll look and check to see on Elion, see how he's doing, make sure he's getting food and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. Elion, you arrive at the cauldron. Yeah, they go AFK for a minute, so I don't know if he's back or not. But...
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he arrives at the cauldron. As you're kind of walking up, you just see like Jak walk off. You see Mastos go off with his couple of bowls. Yeah, and you approach and you just see this giant human kind of stirring the pot with a big smile on his face.
Can I grab a bowl?
Of course you can. There's the bowls right there.
I will grab myself a bowl.
Yeah, he scoops out and pours around. You want more? There's plenty to go around.
I'll take one more from my friend.
Oh, grab one.
Get another bowl.
Yeah. Tops her up. There you go, mate. Hope you enjoy. Need a few pounds on that, don't you? And he kind of grabs your shoulder and shakes you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I have a condition.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your condition?
I'm quite thin and frail.
Well, I can see that.
So maybe don't shake me so hard.
Let me eat some more food.
That's what they always say, but it's very hard to put on weight.
Oh, I don't know what that's like. He starts to pat himself.
Right. Well, we all can't be gluttons, and I'll turn around and walk away.
He'll kind of chuckle and look over at the little human to tell him, oh, what's a glutton? So you head back to Trey?
Yeah, I'll head back to the table.
As you're heading back towards Trey, you notice that he has shifted a couple of tables down and is currently sitting opposite a gentleman. He seems to be talking to him. With his back to you.
Okay, I will go sit at the table that we were at.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and Trey, you definitely notice this over this person's shoulder. You can see Elion heading back to the original table.
Well, people that use magic, have they been disappearing of late? That makes me a bit worried about some of the guys I got with me. You see, us new recruits got to look out for one another, and this guy's one of mine. So, if you think anything might be a bit too dangerous for that magical type, be sure to let us know. You can call me Trey.
He kind of like looks up and sort of holds eye contact with you. Kind of brushes off his hands a little bit and reaches out to shake your hand. Name's Opto. Listen, Trey. Are you really here? For money, glory, death? Killing and pilfering?
Sometimes I find that sparing a life can be just as good as taking it, if you're smart and you know how to do it right. That's what separates the men from the boys around here, I suspect.
Roll another persuasion for me.
That's a 13.
Okay. Kind of nods his head a little bit. Yeah, well, just watch you and your friends. Some of my friends, they're a little bit more magically inclined. Sign up for these special missions. They say sign up, but they're voluntold with no return. So watch them. Be careful. Things aren't like they used to be around here. Used to mean something to be part of the Ark.
I appreciate that, up to. I'll watch out for these guys. Thank you. And Trey's gonna turn to go grab some food with Elion.
Yeah, he kind of nods his head and goes back to work. During this, Darius, what were you doing? Got his messages back from Magnus. So everybody's kind of sitting down to eat right now. Mastos, you kind of head over. As you turned around with your bowls, you see Jak is immediately to the east of you. So are you heading over towards him or by yourself to eat?
Yeah, I was gonna head over with Jak. Just sit
Okay.
down and eat with Jak.
Okay. So everybody starts munching down. Those of you that start eating, this is absolutely delicious stew. You cannot believe that this is made in wherever you are, with likely no fresh resources immediately nearby. This guy is a wonder. So as you chow down, we will take a break and come right back to see what you guys want to do next.
Perfect.
All right, welcome back. As we left off, the group were a little bit spread out, but in the same room in this canteen, chowing down on some delicious stew prepared by the person that they don't know their name. So you guys have eaten. Are you guys heading to bed? You want to continue conversations? What is the plan?
I am actually going to start investigating.
Ooh. Okay.
I will
What
go
what are
around-
what do we have to investigate here? I forgot.
Well, I want to find out when Daling got there.
Oh yeah. When Dalen got there, yeah.
Jak is going to bed.
Okay. Do you want to lay out your own bedroll? You want to find a cot, a free cot? What's the
Wait,
plan?
we're gonna sleep here?
Yeah, I thought we weren't. Jack's just so gung ho on getting murdered in his sleep that he's like, whatevs.
I think Jak is going to, before he goes to lay down, he's going to let everyone know. I'm going to try to get some rest. If it's time to go, come wake me. And he's going to go to a cot.
Okay. Yeah, takes a few minutes, but yeah, you find an empty cot. A little bit more to the southern end of the room. But yeah, you slide yourself in there. Seems pretty comfy for what it is.
Excellent, yeah.
Okay, and everybody else?
I
Before
will
Darius.
go around the room. Okay, never mind.
Because I know you're going to investigate. Just want to check with everybody else.
I am going to be finishing my stew and listening to the stories of the tavern.
From your seat, or are you walking around?
No, I'm gonna go around to where it's crowded or there's more like, people are saying stuff,
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate as well, but in my own way.
Okay. Gotcha. And Trey?
Trey would definitely have sat down next to Elion. Did he actually grab a couple bowls of food, or did Elion
He
only grab
did.
the food?
He
from
did grab a
someone?
second, yeah.
Yeah, I think he would scoot on in. Thank you, Elion. I was just talking to this guy behind you, Abdu. He told me people that use magic are a bit. What's the word? In demand, as it is. That makes me a bit worried about you and Darius and Mastos. I think we got to keep a close eye on you. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. He takes a big old.
Oh, I don't know if they would have much use for me, but I guess kind of always on alert. You've noticed.
That's a good thing, Elion. That means you're looking out for yourself and the people you have with you.
I've had to. Right. I'm gonna finish here and probably get some rest. I'll finish up my last couple scoops of food.
Okay.
I plan to go and catch up with Darius and maybe Mastos. I get a feeling Darius has got a bit of looking around to do. And I think I'd like that as well.
Right. Well, I will, won't be far. And I gotta look. Do I see a cot nearby that's kind of off to the side?
More to the southern end of the room is where kind of most of the empty cots are. This kind of middle and northern part, being the most convenient, is a little bit more filled. But yeah, down where Jak is, there's a couple of
Do I
empty
see
cots. You would, yeah.
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 Well, I'll head over there with Jak. Rest for the evening. and I'll get up.
Okay. Yeah, you head down towards Jak. Easy enough to find an empty cot, just kind of 2 down from him. He's already settling in. So Trey, you see Elion head off. You kind of see Darius and Mastos. Looks like they're starting to move around. Did you want to meet up with them, or?
Yeah. Does Trey see them traveling together, or are they about to
They're
meet up somewhere?
They're separate. Darius has kind of walked off. Mastos is kind of just finishing up his second bowl of food.
Okay. I think, yeah, definitely Trey would want to go and try to meet up with Darius. Or at the very least, keep an eye on Darius. If the other guys are going to be together in the canteen, then that would be fine. Especially if Darius leaves the canteen.
Okay, yeah, so you keep an eye. If he goes out of line of sight kind of thing, you want to pick up. Gotcha. So Darius, as everybody's kind of settling in, you had your food, and you want to kind of go off and investigate. Do you want to kind of ask around the canteen? Do you want to head back to where you were in the throne room? What's the plan?
I will go around the canteen kind of first. Like, initially, I will approach because I haven't actually gone to the cook yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll walk up to him and just kind of, hey there.
All right. Some grub.
Name's Digby.
Name's Pilu. Nice to meet ya. And he kind of just wipes his hand off and reaches out this mammoth hand to shake yours.
I will shake his hand.
Yeah, it kind of dwarfs you, kind of encompasses it as he like shakes it very firmly.
Nice to meet you, Pilu. Question. I mean, I haven't met too many orcs in my days, but normally they're not generally as calm as Gorbash is. Is he normally like that?
Oh, well, he's been like that for quite a while. Had a fire in his belly, but he's managed to temper it a bit.
How long would you say that's been going on?
Oh, well, a couple of years. Used to be a fierce warrior. Couldn't hold him back from missions. He'd be out there slicing them up with the best of them.
Any idea what changed?
I don't know. Just suppose wanted to get things a bit more settled down and give everybody a nice home. Was your son? Yeah. And he kind of points around all the people sleeping on their cots.
Absolutely. It's wonderful here. All right. That Dalen fellow that's with him, how long's he been around for?
Oh, couple of years, I suppose.
Would you say they around the same time?
Whoa, Gorbash been around longer, but he wasn't always the leader. I suppose Dalen was a little bit after he took over.
All right. And has he been here this whole time, or did he recently come back?
Gorbash?
Dalen.
He don't go nowhere. He likes living down here under the ground.
So he's been here for a while then. He never left?
I ain't ever seen him leave.
Right, all right. Okay, well, everybody seems to be, I don't know, some are excited, some are on edge about this event tomorrow. Any idea what's going on?
Didn't hear about an event. Just people, new blood, recruits and that, you know. Just means more mouths to feed, which I'm all right with.
Of course. Any idea about this new recruit?
Don't bother much myself with the details, but hopefully bring some nice spices for me.
Of course.
You don't got any, do ya? Herbs, spices, wraps?
No, sorry. I mean, I'm a traveler myself, and I kind of use that stuff for trade when I don't have gold.
That's fair. Everybody needs to eat.
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you what, thank you very much. You mind if I have a bowl of that delicious looking stew you got
Oh,
there?
do I mind? I insist. And he reaches over and grabs a bowl and starts pouring it in immediately.
I'll take a bowl and I will go find a table that has, like, I don't want too many people. Maybe like 2 or 3 people sitting at it.
Roll perception for me.
All right. 18
18. In total or plus?
in total.
Okay. Yeah, so you scan around. You can see a little bit north of where Jak and you now see Elion kind of hop into a cot. A little bit north of there, you do see a couple of tables with people still awake. You do see up closer to where Elion came from, the gentleman does seem to be isolated by himself, working on metal brackets and such on this table. Just a little bit more to the north. That looks about it. It's really settled down and quiet this time of the
All right.
night.
I'll go sit with him.
Yeah. So you
howdy.
head up that direction.
Yeah, and I'll be like, howdy, you mind if I take a seat?
Seems to be a popular area tonight. Help yourself.
Apologies. I don't mean to intrude. I'm new here. I'm just trying to, get my bearings.
Oh, you with that other one, Trey?
Yeah, he's one of the ones I've hired to help me out.
Help you out. People come to the Crimson Ark for life, mate.
Right. Sorry, I apologize. When I had initially heard of the Crimson Ark, well, I didn't even know they were the Crimson Ark when I heard about them. Somebody just told me to go to some tavern and order an ale, and I kind of followed that breadcrumb. But when I was getting sent to the ruins, that's when I thought, maybe I should get some backup. So I hired these guys, and when your recruiters, I guess, came out, they told us what was happening. I gave them the option. I was like, y'all can stay if you want, or I can continue this on my own. So they stayed with me, and here we are.
Wow. Be careful. Mercenaries are considered a little bit expendable. So just watch out for them.
Well, if they are expendable, as long as I'm not expendable, you know what I mean?
Kind of chuckles a little bit. Yeah, you gotta look out for yourself. No doubt. No doubt.
Right. So tell me, it seemed a little strange seeing Gorbash up there. Most of the orcs that I meet are a little more excited. You know what I mean? He seems real calm. Is that normal?
Well, maybe not for normal orcs, but I suppose if you're going to organize and leading by rage and anger probably isn't the best bet.
That's fair. Sometimes rage and anger, though, can cause fear, which forces people to stay in line. But he's taking another approach, I guess. It's strange to see. And that other one with him, the blue one, I think Galen, something along those lines.
Roll a persuasion for me.
15?
Yeah, he kind of smiles a little bit. Yeah. So it's blood and anger. At least you know what you're getting, At Jalen, yeah, he's just... I don't even know what he does around here, to be honest.
So he just sits there.
Well, he's an advisor of sorts. He helps plan strategies for whatever's going on. More of a background kind of fella.
Right. Have you noticed that he tends to whisper in Gorbash's ear quite a bit?
Yeah, they're quite a duo. They have their own spaces down below, and we used to work at some stuff down there, but not anymore. It's all cut off.
So they keep everything separate down there. Nobody's allowed.
No, they're not. Just a couple of few, If they need help with something, I don't know what he does down there. He doesn't do anything up here, that's for sure.
You don't find that strange?
I find it strange that one of the strongest warriors I've ever seen sits on a throne, smiling and saying nothing. But who am I to say?
That seems a little weird to me, right? Like, they made me fight these crazy zombie eyeball things. And this guy's just sitting on a chair behind him, whispering in his ear. He doesn't have to do anything else.
Oh, well, I don't know how he got here originally. But that seems to be his role now. Some of us work bloody into the night, and he kind of holds up his hand. You see all the grime and grease all over his hands. And others, not so much.
Fair. Not an equal workforce. Understand.
Well, it used to be a little bit more equal back in the day. Some of us still remember.
Was this before Galen or Balin? Sorry, I can't remember his name.
Dylan.
Dalen. Thank you. Was this before him?
Yeah. It was a time when Gorbash took over, cleaned house a little bit. It was getting a little bit too up and up, we'll say. He set things right. But then shortly after that, started settling in. We couldn't do what we wanted and getting more told what to do. It's not what we're about. We accept everybody. We give people the freedom. You do what you want. Not anymore.
All right. By the way, name's Digby. Digby, and he puts his hand out to shake his hand. Digby Loudness.
I said, Opto is my name. I'll keep things ticking around here.
Important job.
Sure is. You don't want one of those war machines malfunctioning.
No, they were pretty amazing to look at, to be honest, but I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of one of those.
No, well, lucky I never will be, being I made them and all.
It's a good spot to be in.
Indeed it is.
Hey, any idea what that giant eyeball on the ceiling is?
It chuckles a little bit. Well, they call that a beholder. Very powerful entity.
They're that big. Is it trapped there or something?
Yeah, some sport or magic spell. I'm not... The technology's my thing, not magic as much, but... Yeah, magic spell. Lock it in there and... Magic continues to keep it there. Little bit of a reminder, you know? Always watch your back.
I feel like it's always watching my back, but I understand what you're saying. Sorry, I don't mean to... Again, I'm just trying to get my bearings around here. Do you know what's going on tomorrow?
I know there's another new recruit coming in.
Have you heard anything about him?
Hand selected by Dalen, which I don't know how he does, because he don't leave here. But again, I'm only a worker. Who am I to question?
Well, you know, I'm not super powerful with magic or anything like that, but I'm a little bit, like I've heard a lot of different talk about spells and spells that used to be. You think it's possible that Dalen might be a simulacrum?
Well, suppose anything's a possibility when it comes to powerful magics. There's no way to know for sure unless you run them through.
I mean, I don't want to start fighting the big guy's right-hand man, you know what I mean?
He chuckles, kind of looks around, leans in. Not a lot of people will miss him.
You know, I mean, if he's a magical being, he could be dispelled.
Well, it's beyond my capabilities, and I don't
Any
think I'd
casters
much
in
like
here?
to try.
Any casters in here that I could talk to?
Kind of see him drop his head a little bit. Far too few now, mate. Far too few.
Did Trey relay to me that they've been going missing?
Don't remember.
I don't
if
think he did. I
communicated. don't think so.
Okay. What do you mean far too few? What do you mean? Should I be worried?
Yeah. If you're one of them casters, you said you know a bit of magic, yeah?
I mean, just a little bit, and I cast Prestidigitation on him, cleaning all the grease and muck and everything off of him.
Kind of turns his face up a little bit. Oh. Yeah. Oh, nice.
I mean, I can put you back if you want.
It's all right. It's all right. No, it's all right. Well, I don't know. He looks, as he kind of like leans back and scratches the back of his head, and he kind of rubs it, and you can like hear this sigh of exhaustion, like this pent up frustration that he's trying to release and cannot release. And just, I don't know what's going on, but the magic users that have been here are disappearing. Just be careful.
Sorry, when you say disappearing, you mean like, are they going downstairs and not coming back, or are they sending them out on missions?
We don't get to check it all. It could be missions, could be downstairs, but nobody goes for any length of time without checking back, yeah?
Right.
Ever since they brought in that fucking Shadow Heart, it's been nothing but craziness.
1 second.
Sorry, just one moment.
No, I was flipping a coin to see if Darius was visibly shook by them saying that. But I succeeded, so no. I'm sorry. A Shadow Heart? What's that?
Well, I don't know the exact of it. All I know is the special team sent out, took down the Centaurian Brigade that had it, brought it back here, put it downstairs.
Right. I am going to think to the group. Are we still connected? Has it been the hour yet?
We'll say yes. You're right on the verge.
All right. Everybody, downstairs. It's a huge emergency. We have to be very careful. I'm actually gonna do that. Well, shit. All right. Well, I mean, you've got me right scared now. If I wanted to leave, with them knowing I'm a magic user and all, is there like a secret way out of here?
Kind of chuckles. Well, most efficient, of course, is using the portal.
Yeah, I only got a temp coin though. They didn't give me another one.
Yeah, it's a one-way one, mate. One way only. Got to be a little bit more invested and experienced to get around a little bit better. And you see him like clench his fist and kind of pull it tight, and you kind of see the emblem of the Crimson Arc slowly kind of break the flesh of his skin and then seep back down again.
You branded with that.
Yeah. And I can't believe I got it. I've worked for years.
Hey man, if you keep this place going, it's worth it. All right. Well, I mean, as you know, I don't have that weird branding, and I definitely don't have another coin unless you happen to have some extras lying around that could help a brother out. 3 brothers. There's 3 magic users in my group.
Nah, they don't give them out, mate. It's only those recruitment fellas.
All right. Let's say a sneaky type wanted to check if any of those recruitment fellas had any on them. Where would he check?
Wow, in the base. In that hill thing.
Oh, they're not here?
No. Don't come back here. They stay out there near Grimlaw.
Right. All right. Okay. Shit. All right. Thank you so much. This has been helpful. Mind you, slightly terrifying and life-threatening, but I'm gonna take this back to my group and we'll see how we proceed from here.
Before you go,
Sure.
you said some of these fellas are mercenaries, yeah?
Yeah, they're a group. I met them in Grimlore, believe it or not. They were just passing through. I asked them if they were looking for work. They said, yeah. So I tossed them some gold.
So fair to say they do some stuff for money, no questions asked, yeah?
What you got in mind?
He gets a little bit quieter. Well, it depends if the dedication is to money or to the Crimson Ark.
In this instance, which do you prefer?
Chuckles a little bit. Kind of looks around the room. Oh. Some of us are getting a little bit sick of how things are around here. A couple of cell swords might be of use.
All right. Color me interested.
Well, keep your eye out and be safe. And we'll see what plays out.
Right. Very well. Thank you. Have yourself a good night. And I will slide a gold piece on the table.
He kind of chuckles. He takes a gold piece and he reaches into his kind of pack where he has all these tools kind of dangling off, and reaches out and he pulls out this little small, almost like a copper disc almost. It's circular, and top of that is this kind of smaller circle on the top. And he smiles and he puts it on his hand and holds it out to you.
What's this?
And you go to take it and he puts his other hand on top of it and pulls you in a little bit closer. Any of my machines got a little bit aggro on you. Give us a little twist. It'll buy you a minute.
Well, all right. Thank you, mate.
Nods his head with a smile.
I will kind of subtly get up and look around, make sure nobody's like eyeballing us. And I'll continue around the room. Is there anybody else in here, or was that it?
So there are the people that are still awake. You see pockets of like 2 or 3 people sitting over by the cots, but it looks like they're not in high conversations and jovial. It looks like they're all winding down for the night.
All right. Okay. Do I know where the rest of the group is?
It's pretty easy to pick out where everybody is.
Okay.
It's a big, wide open room, so it's very easy to see where everyone is.
I will head over.
So Jak and Elion are in cots to the south. Mastos is traipsing around the room right now. And as you have this conversation and step away from the bench, you see Trey does approach as he was looking specifically for you.
Did you get my message?
I've heard a couple of things a bit disconcerting lately. And he'll get a little bit close to you because he can't do the mental thing, so he's real quiet. I heard that you had something to say about something being here, something that we need to look for. And I wanted to tell you, I spoke with some people here, and they say that magic users are coming up missing more often than not.
Yeah,
Be careful.
I got the same message. They're working with a... And I look around. Is there anybody like within earshot of us?
No, you could get off by yourselves quite easily now.
Yeah. They have a shadow heart here. We need to let Jak know. Well, we need to let the whole group know, but Jak and Mastos have particular experience with one of them.
And that's what's in the basement. Is that the emergency you said?
Yeah. Also, I wonder if Elion can dispel magic at higher levels. Because I think Dalen's a simulacrum. And if we can dispel him, I mean, I don't know if it'll work, but if we can dispel him, that might stop the whispers in the big orc's ears, and then maybe we can get something going. But Magnus also said that they think Paradigm's coming down here. That could be who the recruit is tomorrow.
A terrible game we play.
And we're trapped in here. There's no way out but those coins.
I thought maybe you and I could have a look around, see what we could find. I do feel a bit trapped here. That said,
I mean,
until we find an exit, maybe we shouldn't go pulling the trigger on nothing crazy.
I'm happy to go look downstairs, to be honest.
Even if we do find something, even if Jak and Mastos decide that they got to do something with our shadow heart, if we don't have an exit strategy, we might get stuck here. Then Elion pops a cork on that Dalen type, pulls the worm tongue out of Gorbash's ear, maybe he goes psycho. Stuck here in a cage with a wildfire orc looking to take some heads off. I don't like it.
I don't think he's gonna be pissed at us. I think he's gonna be pissed at Dalen. Imagine how you would feel if you've had your mind controlled for potentially years.
Trey's gonna look around to make sure that there's like nobody encroaching, that we're still like kind of quiet because this conversation is getting pretty hot and he's not trying to he's trying to keep it real low so that nobody can hear us.
Yeah.
You sure you want to take that risk? I think we need to find a way out first.
Well, I thought we could look downstairs to see if there's anything that can help us escape. I also think we're going to find a bunch of dead magic users down there. Or potentially Shadow Heart infused magic users, which not exactly the best situation.
What do you think about those guys that are shackled up on the walls in there with Gorbash? You think maybe they're magic users as well?
Potential. They also could be people who stood against the Crimson Arc.
Right, well, I reckon we better take action first, not let it come to us. Let's move on.
What's the plan?
Unfortunately, I ain't got much of one.
Well, that's how we work best, so let's get back to the group. We can at least fill them in on what's going on. I'm sure Elion isn't going to want to do any of this, so there's that. Mastos is probably going to want to make friends with everyone. Jak is probably going to want to kill everyone. So we have to mash all of that together and figure out what comes out with that.
You're right, Darius. I suggest we keep our cards close to our chest for now.
I wasn't planning on showing any hands.
Sure.
But also, it was a blacksmith, right? That's what he was?
Who?
The guy I just talked to? I forget his name.
No, he was the cook. Oh no, sorry,
No.
the guy that was at the table.
Yeah.
You don't know what he was. He was just working with like metal and.
Okay, I'm gonna say blacksmith then, just as an assumption.
Yeah.
The blacksmith guy I talked to, he's kind of a tinkerer type. He did give me something that gives us at least a slight upper hand. It'll paralyze those machine things for, he said it like a minute or something. That might not be the exact time, but he said it'll give us a chance to slip away. So we've got that if we need it, which is useful. And he mentioned that some of the people around here are kind of tired of how everything's been going. He said that there might be a job for sellswords, mercenaries. Obviously, he doesn't know I'm part of the actual group itself, so...
Right, Opto told me that we got some disgruntled old school Crimson Arc around here that don't like the way things have been. Sounds like times have been changing lately. Maybe we're here at the crux of, well, some turn of events for these guys.
Also, that giant eyeball in the ceiling's a beholder.
More
And I
good
mean,
news.
yeah, I've never seen one. I mean, I've heard tales, obviously, but like nothing. I know they're scary. That's it.
You sure it's not some sort of embellishment? It looked like it was made of some sort of stone to me. I thought beholders were some
I
creature.
think it's being held in place by some type of magic or engineering or something.
Sounds like we got our work cut out for us.
Only if they activate it. And I mean, again, could be a similar situation. If they're holding that thing there, it may not be theirs. And for them to unleash it, it could backfire on them too. Could be a last-ditch effort type of situation.
My. We sure have put ourselves in a powder keg.
Yeah, we tend to do that. This one might be one of the scarier situations.
Let's talk to the guys. Try not to light any fuses.
Right. We'll head to the group.
Yeah, as you guys are having this conversation, Mastos, when you're heading to sniff around the room, any specific direction or exactly where you want to go or anything?
I'm looking around for people playing games or telling stories or yeah, that's what I'm
Listening
looking
in.
for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
I can do that. Also, 19 on the die, so 27.
Nice, nice. And are you doing this, trying to do this out of sight, or are you kind of just walking around?
I am taking my bowls back, slowly looking around like I don't know where to put them because I don't know where to put them. But also, I'm listening in.
Okay. Yeah, with that perception, as you look over to where you got the food from, you can see on this southwestern corner, you see this halfling working away at some dishes, pots, pans. Over in the corner, you can see this kind of part of the side of the wall is being like carved out, and you see this huge big kind of like sink in there where he's just going to town on all these dishes. Looks quite happy, actually. But you can see that's where you'd be bringing your bowls over. And as you're walking past the remaining people that are around, it's very quiet. There's even some people just heads down on these tables, starting to go to sleep now. You hear a couple, two guys, two humans, one long black hair, short brown hair, kind of looking at each other, and they got cards in their hands. They're kind of like looking at each other. Don't be like, Scott, don't rip me off, mate. I'll get you. Don't do it. They're kind of like bickering back and forth about a card game. You want to go put your bowl back?
Yeah, I'll walk over, put the bowl back. I'm gonna be listening out for things like Dalen's name, or Cortesh's name, or the ATLADS, or any of us.
Mm-hmm.
As I walk back, and I'll take the extra long way.
Yeah, take the northern route around the whole outside of the room kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, the most conversation, honestly, right now is pretty much Darius and Trey. Everybody's kind of like settling down for the night. Roll another perception. I want to see if you overhear the conversation that Opto was having.
So that's 16 on the die, so 24.
24, amazing. So yeah, as you're kind of like having this loop around, you do overhear the majority of the conversation that Opto was having with Digby. You do overhear that. So you got kind of all of that information that he was listening to as well. But as for people who were already existing here, you don't hear anybody talking about any of that or mentioning Dalen's name. In fact, you make note that there is absolutely no mention of Corbash or Dalen or any type of political mentions or anything about anything. Everything seems very frivolous, other than what you heard from Opto.
Interesting. Okay, great. I'll go put my bowl back and retire down to the cots.
Okay. Yeah, you head over there. Darius and Trey, as you guys head over, you kind of see Mastos kind of like just scooting over towards where Elion and Jak are at the cots.
Yeah, I will move over to them. Kind of sit down, and I'll just reiterate everything that Trey and I just went over. Minus the what I think everyone will do.
So I would say Jak is probably already asleep. He went to bed pretty early. Elion probably still trying to get to sleep, being that you just finished your food and stuff, so you'd probably be awake. You guys waking Jak up?
Yeah, actually, if Darius sees him sleeping, he's going to put his boot against his butt and push him off the bed.
Okay. Yeah, give it a shove. Jak hits the ground.
What are you doing?
We're all
I got-
tired.
I kind of pictured Jak like had his Nolja pistol like tucked up under his hand, so as he's been kicked up, he's kind of slowly like not full blown pointing a gun out at somebody, but kind of like having it up like in a ready like action.
Yeah.
You gonna shoot me?
I might. I
Well,
said to wake me, not to kick me.
I mean, I didn't kick you. I shoved you. I just used my foot.
Did you get everything you needed?
I got sort of. There's and yeah. Now I will reiterate everything. Shadowheart, basement, blah 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 blah.
Well, didn't we already beat one of those?
Yeah, they're doing something with magic users.
Well,
Magnus also said we should get the fuck out of here.
do we have a way out now?
Nope. The only way out is there's coins or the weird hand glowy things that they showed us before.
Hand glowy things. Huh?
Remember the guys up in the bunker upstairs? They were like, "Choosh," and then the like red crimson arc symbol came out of their hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way out unless they give you a coin. Apparently there aren't any coins kept down here. Which doesn't say much. Like, what the hell happens to recruits that don't make it?
I don't know.
Do I hear this?
Your guys are all together. Yeah, you're all having this conversation now.
I think you may know the answer to that.
Well, I mean, I guess I could escort them out. They probably killed them, though. You're right. Yeah, so what are we going to do? I kind of want to go downstairs. We're not supposed to. We're not allowed downstairs. But, you know, I have my ways.
As long as you don't get caught.
I can't promise that. I have no idea what's down there. And I think The Shadowheart before could see me when I was invisible, right?
You don't really know because
I thought you said I thought I went into the room invisible, and you said it looked right at me.
oh, the grandma, yeah.
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 The other one could see me when I was invisible, so I mean, if it's just down there chilling, I don't assume it's chilling. It's probably locked up. But I mean, if it can see me, it might freak out. Or the other thought I had is, what if they're taking those magic users downstairs and infusing them with the Shadowheart, and they've got like an army of brain dead soldiers down there?
When's the last time you saw or heard of a Shadowheart taking over people and using them as mindless zombies?
You mean the first one we met?
Didn't that turn into like
That
big
Shadowheart took over
four-armed guy?
Duranic. Yeah, it took him over.
Yeah, but that was one person, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying the Shadowheart's taking these people over. I thought I told you guys there was that vision that I saw where Dalian was talking to Magnus, saying that they were experimenting with the Shadowheart and it was working. And he said something about us, me and the other 4 children, aren't needed anymore. So I'm assuming they're infusing people or something along those lines.
If that is the message and you know the Shadowheart is here, then it can only mean that this is the location. He's here now as well.
Who?
It's no coincidence.
Who's here?
That's Thalen.
No, well, he is, but he isn't. We think.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
So Magnus believes that he's a simulacrum, and they say he never leaves, but he ends up bringing in people all the time. So, I mean, you put the pieces together. That could be the real him, and he's got simulacrums out there too. But Magnus did warn that he uses them a lot.
We beat
Can
the
you
last
have
one,
more
didn't
than
we?
one?
Yeah. Keep in mind, though, we beat the last one on its own. I don't think that Dalen and his little pet Gorbash are going to take kindly to us trying to kill their incapacitate their Shadowheart. We can't kill them. Also, can you link us again, Mastos, so I don't have to keep talking like this?
No, I cannot.
Well, fuck you too.
I have
Literally,
to.
not.
Yeah, I have to wait till the morning.
Maybe give some.
Oh,
other
you like actually
role
can't do it. I thought you.
Yeah, I legit have to wait. I have to wait till morning. I don't need to rest a whole day. But
I
can
could definitely
feel
use
that
a
I
rest,
can't.
but I don't know if it's. I mean, here's what we need to decide here and now. We rest here tonight. We're fighting tomorrow. It's going to be a fight.
Well, you mentioned something that I want to point out. This beholder.
I didn't mention that to you.
Oh no, you didn't. You weren't.
Oh no,
over here.
I did. I went over.
Yeah,
everything.
you were. Yeah, you were already here when you talked about it, right?
No. I just because I said I relayed everything that Trey and I talked about. You technically
Okay,
got it.
that's okay. So we could use that if we could somehow disable this magic.
You can control a beholder.
I'm not saying we can control it, but we don't need to be around when
Again, I
it's
just
freed.
that was speculation. It could be their pet.
I'm pretty good with pets. I could probably talk to it.
I don't.
It's not an animal. It is a monster.
Have I heard tales of beholders?
Roll history for me.
Oh yeah, you weren't there. What did he see them when we were fighting the other one?
I saw the zombie ones.
Yeah.
I got 13.
13. No,
Well, that's good.
not really heard much about them.
Jak is going to roll back under his cot instead of on top of it since he's on the floor. Well,
Do you want me to
What
put
I-
the dome up so we can all be comfortable?
I think, yes, we should all be fully rested and ready to go because right now, if we get into a fight with everyone in this place, we're not making it out. So I would rather have the capable people around me ready to go. And if we need to find an escape route, then we can do that. And if need be, I can ask Irene to try to move around where she stayed and maybe loot the area, the chests and screaming children, and maybe she can find a coin.
Maybe you should keep Reen away from any children.
And Jak is going to close his eyes and he's going to thank to Reen. If you can do so safely, why don't you move around? There was a chest that we didn't mess with and other areas. Just look around and explore, and if you think you can grab anything of use, grab it.
You hear back. I am no longer there. I returned to safety.
Oh. Lovely.
Spammed
Well,
out.
Well, good night then, and I will summon you later.
Rest well and be safe.
And then Jak-
Elion, you said you're going to sleep, right? Because you said you closed your eyes and had that conversation, so I'm assuming you're asleep at this point.
Well, I was trying to sleep, but
No, I'm talking about Jak. Because I
Oh.
cut him. He was about to say something, and I cut him off. So I just want to make
Okay.
sure he wasn't doing anything else.
Yeah, so Jak, you're going to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elion, you can you dispel magic?
I haven't tried.
If you saw it in action. Wait, I haven't rested since I did that, have I? Did we rest since the coins?
Nope.
No. Okay. Never mind. I think we may have a way to kind of remove. Again, I'm theorizing here. I don't know if it'll work. But if Dalen is a simulacrum and you cast dispel magic on it, it should dissipate. But you'll have to crank it up.
I mean, I don't really know the spell. I'm sure I could maybe learn it. I don't know.
I get one in my sword, but it's only a low level. I don't know if it'd be enough to take him out.
Would I be able to learn that spell from his sword? Like, how does that work?
No, you have to find it like a spell scroll or another wizard's book or something and copy that spell into your own book using special ink.
Okay. How would other magic users learn that spell?
Well, sorcerers would inherently learn certain spells. Wizards learn them like intellectually by moving from books to books. So if there's a spell you don't have current access to, as a wizard, you would have to like find it and copy it into your own spell book.
And as a sorcerer?
It's an inherent ability. They
Yeah.
they gain it from their bloodline or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
Druids
that's
just know shit.
but they can't
that's
like
the-
interchange
Yeah.
your spells in and out.
that's what makes wizards better. You can change all your spells. Sorcerers can't. Neither can bards.
Right. So how would I learn that new spell as a sorcerer?
As a sorcerer, when you
Level up?
yeah, I was gonna say it in a different way, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, we fucked.
So just say no. You can't do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, it was just a thought. It's not entirely necessary. All right. Well, I'm going to put the dome up. I guess he can sleep in the dome, even though he's already comfortably asleep on the cot. I'll just use a spell slot to cast it.
Okay.
Still takes a minute, but it's better than 11 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you start the incantation and the dome is erected. You want it to appear any specific way or just clear or what?
Yeah, so, like, what I want it to look like is literally what it is, but us sleeping in the beds. That's what the outside of the dome is going to look like. But inside, it'll be all nice and comfy and cozy.
So never what an angle from outside. It just looks like that picture that's always watching you. It's like,
Yeah.
you always look like you're laying in the beds. Okay.
Just slightly off. Like, the angles look a little weird sometimes. But...
What's going on there?
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so you all feel the dome be created. The safety and warmth of it you're familiar with now. What's everybody doing? Jak, you can already hear snoring away.
Taking a short rest.
I'm going to try to get some sleep, but I'm going to keep my book and pen in my hands.
Okay.
I'm knocking right out.
Okay.
Yeah, Trey is gonna meditate in his trance, not actually fully allow himself to sleep, but he's going to be restful in his trance.
Okay. So yeah, you all do this. Mastos, about an hour goes by. So you may mark off a short rest if you wish, if you're not going to sleep. Then what would you like to do?
All I want. I will pretend to sleep.
Okay, you pretend to sleep. A few hours go by. Trey, you can roll a Trey and Mastos both roll perceptions for me.
I'm good at those. Not when it's a 4.
Roll to make it
12.
28.
Oh dang!
Pick up my slack. Thank you.
Mastos, you try to check around and you forget to open your eyes.
Pretending a little, Jay. Pretending a little too well.
Yeah, you committed to the bit, man. So yeah, Trey, kind of in and out of your trance. Coming up to the end of it, kind of the 4 hours kind of coming by, as you kind of like lightly open your eyelids, you can see at the top table, you can see the gentleman that greeted you at the portal. Talking to Opto. And you can see they're having a conversation. Looks like quietly, you keep seeing them check over their shoulders, look around, and they both nod at each other, and you see the gentleman leave. And you see Opto kind of like bow his head a little bit, and then he kind of kicks his legs up on the bench and closes his eyes. Looks like he's going to sleep right there on the bench. Mastos, about 4 hours has gone by. Are you still pretending to sleep?
I am going to get up and not pretend to sleep. Yes.
Okay.
But I will just be playing with my elementalism.
I don't know what that means, but okay. So what is Mastos doing? Describe to me what you're doing.
I'm actually just sitting on my bed playing with sand, like, because dust and sand has been created from this whole place, right? I can manipulate that as a cantrip. So I'm just sitting on my bed, drawing things in the sand, drawing animals in the sand.
You're just kind of playing with the materials.
Oh yeah, but the whole time I'm actually just, looking around. I want to make sure no one's looking at us. No one's focused on us.
Yeah. Yeah, with your perception, you don't see anybody approaching or creating danger. Everybody looks to be settled down for the night.
Good.
Do you wish to do anything else for the remainder of the time? Or just watch out?
I wish to throw a little bit of the dust near Jack's nose to make him sneeze in his sleep.
Jak, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. I'm assuming I'm passing it because I just rolled a 19, and for my con, I get a +3, so 22.
Yeah, so Mastos, you kind of like maneuvered over there, and you're like, ooh, you're waiting, and nothing. Jak continues to snore.
Well, I can take that every action, so yeah, until I successfully get Jack to sneeze in his sleep, and it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. It'll build up.
So during this, Trey, you completed that kind of 4 hours. What did you want to do?
Yeah, I think Trey is probably gonna get up, having allowed himself enough time that he feels successfully rested. He's gonna be watching out to make sure that, much like Mastos, to make sure everything's going okay for our friends. Probably is gonna, like, the first couple little puffs of dust, he would probably kind of just like giggle, and then after like the 4th or 5th puff of dust, Trey is gonna walk over and sort of like sit himself where the dust would sort of like hit him in the back if he tried to send any more at Jak.
Perfect.
Mastos looks up at him and like throws like sand, like the dust just comes up to your face, but doesn't come just quite. It drops. And turn around.
Yeah, as you're kind of flicking this dust, and Trey, you sit down to deflect it away. As you do, when you sit down, you kind of turn around, and you both look over, and you notice that Elion he's sitting upright, sketching in his book.
Oh, he's doing the thing, which we don't know
yeah.
anything about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Just scribbling away, no eye contact with either of you.
Creepy.
Yeah, that's normal, right?
Little time goes by, a few minutes goes by. Places the pen, the charcoal, whatever he's using, into the book, folds the book closed, and you just see him rhythmically kind of just pivot himself and lay back, place the book on his chest. His eyes have been closed the entire time. And we'll leave it there. Okay. Guys, good session. I'm excited to see what you guys decide to do next week. 8 p.m. EST on Tuesday.
Excellent.
TPK,
All right.
everybody tune in.
Have a good night.
Everybody can mark off a long rest.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hooray.
All right. Bye, guys.